We are talking with Mumia Abu Jamal, who is serving a life sentence for the 1981 murder of Philadelphia police officer Daniel Faulkner. Mr. Abu Jamal, let's put aside whether you did this or not, and let's put aside the cases. What do you feel when people point out that that Officer Faulkner's wife has now gone 31 years without her husband? Do you have any compassion or empathy for her?
Of course I do. I'm not mad at Mrs. Faulkner. I think of all the cases where people have been brutalized or killed by police. You never hear their names. You never hear their faces. I've been away from my family for 30-something years. My wife, my children, my grandchildren.
Do you have any regrets about what happened on that December 9th, 1981 night?
Well, I don't regret surviving. I certainly don't regret that. And I don't regret fighting as I had to every day that I was in a courtroom. I regret that I didn't fight harder because I was naive. I believed that my conviction would be reversed by the state Supreme Court or the Superior Court or the federal courts. I actually, it may sound naive, but I absolutely believe that. What happened, though, is that every time I got into a courtroom, the law changed.
Why didn't you testify in your own defense? I mean, neither you nor your brother were willing to take the witness stand. How come?
I wanted to do everything. Why wasn't I allowed to represent myself, even though I'm allowed by federal law and state rule?
Well, that's because the judge found that you were disruptive and lost your right to self-representation. But again, my question is, if you felt so strongly, why not testify in your own? Why not stand up for yourself?
I was standing up for myself. I was standing up and defending myself. The newspaper said that I was not disruptive. Now, you can, either believe the reporters who were in there who covered the trial, who watched it. Why would I be disruptive to my own jury? I was disruptive and angry when I was denied the right to represent myself, and I fought for myself.
But again, to the question, how come you didn't testify on your own defense?
You asked me that question, I answered that question. That's asked and answered.
From the State Correctional Institution at Mahanoy and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Why are you going to give me one right and deny me 7 rights? I had the right to pick a jury of my peers, but when I tried to do that, I was removed from representing myself because the prosecutor said the jurors are afraid. Is it intelligent that you're going to make the jury that's going to decide whether you live or die afraid? That was a red herring. It had nothing.
Mr. Abu Jamal, you were found again after Officer Faulkner was shot. You were found on the sidewalk nearby with a .38 caliber revolver with 5 spent bullet casings there. Ballistics tests proved that the bullet fragments found in Officer Faulkner also came from a .38. That's pretty convincing forensic evidence that you did it, isn't it?
Is it? It never proved that I fired that gun. Why weren't my hands tested, as is protocol? I mean, this isn't CSI, but I was never tested for that.
Did your brother, William Cook, did he fire that gun?
No, he did not.
And you say that you did not fire that gun?
That's correct.
And who do you believe then fired that weapon?
That's not my job to prove who fired that weapon. My job is to prove my innocence and to prove that that trial was unfair. And I've talked about it for years. Amnesty International has shown where they have changed laws to try to keep me in prison. And the federal law was changed on habeas corpus by President William Jefferson Clinton, the AEDPA law, to ensure that not just me, but many, many people are denied the right of habeas corpus to this day.